Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Along the Spiritual Journey. So, something that I recognize most people don't recognize is the duality of just being able to submit. So, within submitting, you're allowing something to happen, right? So, you can be in your submissiveness where you conform and kind of let things happen because of fear or because of training not to step outside of certain boundaries. And so this is where submissiveness comes from, which is usually put into us by a parental figure and people who are bigger than us as kids. And that's what we grow up fighting as adults. Submission is when you're able to allow yourself to yield to an agreement that it is best for you to step back and allow something to happen a certain way to protect not only your sovereignty, your autonomy, your peace and well-being, but also just allowing you to have a moment of being humble. And so this is where you start to see this look like, let's say a good example is there's two singers. One is an amazing singer, the other one is an amazing singer. They both have different styles of singing. There's a certain song that they both sing. The audience agrees that this one sung it better than the other. In this moment, these both of these entities have two options. They can either go into their ego and feel inferior to the other, which then creates this level of submissiveness that they lost and that they're not good as, or they can go into submission, which is saying, I have humility to recognize that, listen, I might be good and they might be good, but they did it better in this moment. So I bow down or I bow out and say, congratulations, you did a great job. It is in your favor this time. This is an important lesson to learn on this journey because so many of us are fighting entities that don't even exist, but they do exist energetically, but not physically. And then there's entities we're fighting physically, but they don't exist emotionally. If we don't know how to recognize that in order to let growth happen, you have to allow submission to happen. We've talked about this before. When you plant that seed, you have to submit to submission in order for it to go off into the universe and let the energy do what it needs to do to grow that seed. Submissiveness makes you feel like you're supposed to keep digging it up because you fear it won't grow. But because of this fear, you're not allowing it the space to grow. And then you go back into fear. So allow yourself to submit. It's healthy, it's natural. Just know the difference of being in a submissive state or being in a state of submission. All right? I love you guys.